Son of a hell. Damn it. God.
How's it going? That was such like a demoralizing ending to that.
Son of a hell.
I have never heard that phrase.
I haven't either.
He comes up with that was Kyle Busch, by the way.
Oh my son of a hell.
He comes up with really, really, really awesome out of the blue.
Yeah.
Cursing
Like
terms.
cursing?
Yeah. It's
I
pretty amazing.
I haven't heard him say douche canoe.
No, he hasn't.
Last week.
Kyle, I know you're listening. Throw douche canoe at son of a douche canoe.
Yeah. My boyfriend had a good one this weekend. Cuckold.
Whoa. Wow.
I mean, you're going to have to. We're early. We're in like the first 30 seconds.
We're in the first 30 seconds.
I feel like that's a good one, though.
Yeah, that is a good one. My
even-
whoa was not, whoa, she just dropped the F-bomb. It was whoa,
that's a good
I'm
one.
impressed by cuckle.
Yeah.
You don't even have to write down a time. You just gotta be like early.
Right at the beginning.
Early.
It's a pretty
Early in the day, she said cuckold.
Well, cuckold isn't cuckold.
Yeah, to cuckold is to make someone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You don't?
Have you seen the movie Crazy Stupid Love?
No.
Where he calls him a cuckold? I guess nobody's seen that movie. It's
You
a
should
great
make
movie.
me no man's cuckold.
Hey,
He was trying to actually.
in the campaign. He goes, "You have forced me to wear the horns of a."
Yeah. He was
Right.
trying to say cuckold, and it came out cuckle, chuckle. I like.
Come on down to Uncle Chuckle Hut.
I like cuckold better than cuckold.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Chuck.
Yeah.
we're just going to be bleeping the entire first 5
This
minutes
first
of this.
segment is all beeps on
All the
YouTube,
beeps.
but
Can
on
you-
iTunes.
Can you have the word cuckold? Cuckold?
Oh yeah,
in
that's
there?
fine.
I don't know if it's in the profanity guideline, so if it's not in the profanity guideline, I haven't
Revert
seen
to
it.
last week's show for our profanity guideline.
Douche canoe. But no, you can. It's uncensored. People have said on YouTube, it's like, why is this
They wish.
censored? It's like, well, listen to it on iTunes.
Yeah, but people like to watch it.
I know.
So
They think it's funnier when they can see our expressions.
right, I could see that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you were technology savvy or whatever. I know there's commercials on YouTube now, but if you sync them,
Sync them up.
Totally sync it.
Yeah,
like was it?
Even if you synced it bad and it was like vintage Japanese movies where the sound doesn't match up with the
Slightly off.
slightly off.
Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz. Dark Side of Oz.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you don't know that one,
Half the people listening are like, "Who's that?" Pink
Who is-
Floyd. Do your rock and roll research.
the barber from Andy Griffith. No, he's not. But no, it's you take Dark Side of the Moon and you turn on Wizard of Oz and you start the album at I think it's second or third roar of the lion
I don't know.
in MGM or whatever, and it syncs up.
Really?
Like it
Yeah.
could be a soundtrack for the
Oh wow,
movie.
that'd be cool.
People in the 70s and
They
found that
were
one out.
Doing a
Yeah.
lot of
A lot of
psychedelic drugs.
crazy research to figure out if we played this album while
Mm.
watching this movie,
This will happen.
it's gonna sync up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an interesting cup you got.
Mine?
Yeah, like the
Oh.
whole lid opens.
Oh yeah, it's like a
Whoa.
it's like
crazy.
retractable. It's like the lid of the future.
Well, I've seen. Mine's retractable, but it's
yeah.
like the
oh,
whole
but the
lid
whole
doesn't
thing.
slide.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
That's
a
interesting.
convertible. I
Yeah.
don't know really
It's
know.
convertible. Yeah,
Convertible lids.
Convertible lid. Yeah, I don't know.
nice. Hey, what are you drinking?
Just water.
Oh, good. Yeah. Right. Yeah. What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Spiked with
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodles.
spiked
Some
with
Baileys.
absinthe.
Yeah. This is a couple of absinthe.
Mm.
Gosh, I've
Going
never
to
had absinthe before. I'd love to try it.
They sell it now, but it's a different version of
Mm-mm.
absinthe.
It's
It is?
it's the legit wormwood absinthe. Now.
Well, can't you only get it in certain states? I don't think it's.
You can get it in North
You can get it
Carolina.
anywhere?
Yeah, like they recently made it legal where you can get the full wormwood.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
for our younger viewers, do you want to explain what absinthe is?
It is the drink of
You used to have to do something like put it like didn't you have to warm it
what
like in a spoon like it was very drug-esque.
Not necessarily. What you're doing is basically you have
It's like on a spoon and you like heat it and sip it. I don't really know.
there is a spoon, but you basically drizzle sugar over it.
Oh, that's it.
So you're mixing.
I'm like-
You're basically making a simple syrup.
I'm mixing up my crack
sugar.
and my
Yeah.
absinthe.
It goes hand in hand for Kim, I guess. Those
Like-
two run into each other all the time.
People like Toulouse-Lautrec, the French impressionists.
Absinthe is supposed to be like a hallucinogen
Yeah.
alcohol
wormwood.
though.
The wormwood is the supposed hallucinogen that you see a
Worm-
green fairy.
Worm?
Wormwood.
Wormwood absinthe.
Wormwood.
See a green fairy.
Wormwood.
If you drink enough of it.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know if that's actually true.
Yeah.
I've had some very in-depth
I've tried
conversations
absinthe.
while drinking absinthe.
Yeah.
Really? I
Yeah.
need to try some. That'd
It's-
be fun.
It's a very laid-back drink, I think.
Yeah. That's good.
Do you like licorice?
It's got
I
that
like
flavor.
Liquor.
Ish.
I could do licorice. Does it taste like licorice, I'm guessing?
A little bit.
Is it licorice forward?
Does
we
that-
were at a speakeasy. So I went to Ohio this week, and I found the coolest speakeasy in Columbus. It's called The Light of Seven Matchsticks. Moonrise Kingdom reference if you've seen that movie. But the first drink I got, I was asking him because I was trying to decide between two, and I was like, "What is this one?" He's like, "I was like, is it sweet or can you taste the bourbon?" He's like, "It's very whiskey forward." Start using that.
Slight undertones of dirt.
What's happening over there, Chuck?
Oh, nothing. No.
Yeah. I had in Key West, there was this bar. I got a shirt. If you did this shot, you get a shirt. It's the shot, and it's got a little worm in it. And it's supposed to make you almost like absinthe. You're supposed to see stuff. And I didn't see anything.
Wouldn't
I think it was a
probably eat
ripoff.
any worms.
I didn't eat it. I just swallowed it whole.
Oh.
It was in the shot. So, like, you weren't like, oh, I'm going to eat this worm, and then I'm going to take the shot. It was all in one. So you just kind of took it.
'Cause did you see
gonna take it?
the headline
You
recently?
gonna take it?
Take it.
It was like in China where a
You want to take it?
mom and a son ate like I don't know if it was a centipede or some sort of bug, but the bugs had a rat parasite in them and they like got spots on their brains and all this. You eventually get better from it. I should have sent you the link.
You got spots on the brain, but you get better.
We swear. Your
Yeah.
brain's
But it was
not
from
spotty.
eating insects.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Speaking of insects, and that's not really a good transition at all, but I do want to talk about your hat. You're wearing a hat. I don't know. There's
Termites?
termites in lumber.
I guess so.
Maybe
Yeah.
go
That is
down
the
as one of your
only-
worst
yeah.
transitions.
No, that's not the worst. I've had
That's okay.
way worse. Mystic.
I've been waiting for the drop. What they call it, a drop, like when like a clothing line or an apparel
The
has
drop.
like new,
Yeah.
the drop of these
Um,
hats because I would like one.
Yeah,
I will buy one too
This is one of one.
and contribute to the Ryan Blaney bank account.
Actually, all the Blaney Lumber stuff is all charity
Oh,
driven.
that's great.
I get zero of it, and yeah, this is one of one. I guess is the prototype,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they're going to come out next month, shirts and hats,
Ooh.
and might just have to have a gift box for the Classic Case of Emotion.
Oh, that would be delightful.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. But yeah, I like the way they come out. There's a couple different versions of it. There's a corduroy one coming out, which I
That's
like.
good for fall.
Old corduroy hats.
Yeah.
And there's a bluer one, and then the T-shirts are pretty neat too. So they're coming.
What's on the side over here?
It just says they put a patch on there. It's like they named it the Ryan Blaney Heritage
Oh,
Collection.
collection.
You can collect all of them. It's like Pokemon cards.
I don't get that with like the throwback stuff.
Yeah.
How if you look at the Michelin Ness stuff with like the Hornets,
Mm-hmm.
they'd have the throwback uniform, but it's got their branding on it. So it's not
Oh,
a
it
true
annoys me.
throwback.
Yeah.
Like we have to throw the branding so you know that it's a repo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, there were no Blaney Lumber hats made.
right?
So this is it's a
Actually,
repo.
it sounds annoying when you say it, but then thinking about it, because I do a lot of vintage antique shopping, I get really upset when it's a vintage reproduction and it's not marked, and I have to sit there and figure out, like,
if it's real or not.
is this real? Is it not?
You have a point there. You have a really good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, is this legit or not? Like, you can't go on Pawn
But-
Stars.
Yeah, I would
Be like-
prefer, though, the logo to be very small and discreet somewhere.
That's why a lot of folks, like within the reenacting community, when they're making stuff, will add sort of a little mark somewhere in it to differentiate
Right.
that if a collector, because people will try to pass stuff off as
Yeah.
original on eBay,
Yeah.
all the time. It's like, well, that is clearly a jacket made in 1965,
Jacket.
not 1865.
I just got
Right.
excited because we did think of you this weekend. I thought of Chuck on the weekend.
Think of me.
We went to this historic house and gardens in Akron called the Stan Hewitt House, I guess. So it was basically the house that the family that started Goodyear lived in,
Mhm.
and so now it's for public.
Is it
It's kind of
made of
like the Biltmore, but it was vintage weekend, so they had people on the grounds who were hired to be a character. Why are you giggling?
Oh, the Chuck was like
my phone was going
just
off,
pressing his
and then
watch.
my wrist was vibrating because my phone was going off. It was a number I didn't know.
Thought he was
Ooh.
going to shoot like a dart into my neck.
I'm
But
a
I
spy
thought of
now.
you because these
Vintage
people were,
Yeah.
I don't know if they were hired or volunteered, but they were like, walk around the house. There's some people stationed
Mhm.
and they have some great stories from whatever era it was. And we thought of you. We're like, this is something Chuck would do.
I'd lean towards volunteer. I worked at the Charlotte Museum of History.
Yeah, you said you had done that.
You
didn't get
you're
paid for
docent.
that?
No, it was volunteer. Because
Okay.
I mean, a lot of museums don't necessarily
Have all the monies.
bring in the money hand over fist.
Right.
Apparently,
Right. Hand over fist. I've never gotten that expression.
I don't. Yeah,
You know,
It's like,
hand over fist, like rock paper scissors.
Was it like-
did you win with paper over rock?
or is it like, when you keep trying to one up? don't
I
know.
get like hand over hand.
yeah.
Like,
Making it rain.
Making it
yeah,
rain?
hand over fist. You can't make it rain. You got to get grip on that. I don't know.
Well, what if we
Google.
Google
use the
hand
Google
over
machine?
fist?
So if you guys talk about that,
Probably.
I'll
But
type in
I
some
don't know.
things.
There's a lot of weird sayings that
Hand
that don't
over
really
fist.
that don't really kind of make sense to me, but apparently they have to make sense somehow. Because why would they?
Well,
I don't know.
okay.
There's
So
some
according
idioms
to
that
this,
are-
grammarmonster.com,
Clearly.
Clearly,
reliable source.
reliable quality source. Making money hand over fist means to make a lot of money quickly. The term has a nautical history. It
Oh.
relates to the practice of climbing a rope hand over hand. This soon became known as hand over fist, with the fist being the hand gripping the rope.
Okay, so
I
you
don't-
got a grip, and then your hand is open, and then it,
Yeah,
Is it just because you're doing it fast? I don't
Hand-
understand the analogy.
hand
I know, I get
over
that.
fist,
okay.
and you're
get
pulling
that.
it in. You're pulling it in,
It's like
Oh, okay.
reeling in the money,
I'm picturing like climbing
Reeling
a
it in.
rope up,
throwing the fishing line out there, and just
reeling in the monies.
like Forrest
Yeah.
Gump when he caught all the shrimps.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
He got all the monies.
Diane.
and he bought some stock in a fruit company.
Yeah, just a little fruit company.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah, this is a great.
It's a
movie.
good movie. It's one of those that don't ever really
So
go away.
bad.
Speaking of movies, I want to jump a little bit down our list
Jump it.
Okay.
to the Meg that's coming out
Yeah,
with Jason Statham. And how can you not see anything with Jason Statham in it? Because he's
And Ruby Rose, isn't
the
she in that?
Oh, I love Ruby
I do
Rose.
too.
I'm a big Ruby Rose fan.
Me too.
I don't know if I know.
You
don't
would
know. You
know.
better do get on that Google machine again because
Google
Is
that.
Is that her?
No.
so I believe Ruby Rose made one of her bigger appearances was in Orange is the New Black, right?
I believe so.
I never saw that series, but I knew she was in it because
Yes.
I liked her.
She's one of the
And-
few ladies who looks way better with short hair. I think you and I were looking at pictures of her at one point, or maybe last year. I don't know where we were.
Still don't know her.
I'm not sure. You don't know her?
And,
Nope.
She
She's awesome.
looks way better with short hair, which is surprising because not a lot of girls can pull that off.
She's
than
kind
she
of
does with
doesn't
long
she
hair.
kind of have she's had like a half shaved look here for a little
Mhm.
bit, right? Yeah, I'm
She
a
is
big fan of that.
fantastic.
She's lovely.
Oh yeah.
She's tatted up too.
She is.
Mm.
But the Meg is coming out, and I don't know a Meg. It's called a megalodon. It's like a gigantic 75-foot shark that could still exist.
Right.
I
That's
guess
terrifying.
I mean, it's you never know what's in the depths of the ocean.
I read the scientific theory about how, I don't remember, it was last week I read the article, but it's plausible.
What's the Mariana Trench?
That's
Basically saying that it could live, since it's so deep, that it could live down there. The guy that wrote the books about the Meg.
Oh, it's a book?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
apparently a book series about
I need to read
Meg.
this.
And he used that sort of as his basis for the book. It's like, it's plausible.
I find
Probably not, but
You
it
never
could
know
Yeah.
what's plausible.
open deep ocean is
Terrifying.
horrifying.
You never know what's down there.
I
Oof.
hate a deep end of a pool.
Or
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's scary too.
I can't
I always
see
felt
if
like
there's,
stuff was going to come up through the drain
yeah.
when I was little.
I always check the toilet to make sure there's not a snake.
That's
It-
actually
It
happened.
can happen.
Snake and
And
spiders.
bite your
But This is
butt.
the thing about water. It's like you can't,
Yeah.
lakes. I don't
Ugh.
like lakes.
I don't like
Uh,
being in something I can't see
Yeah.
where the rest of my body is.
and just something
It's a little
lurking
terrifying.
from
Yeah, it's
underneath
like-
to grab you.
We have such little like
Time on this
I don't-
earth? Where are
no.
you going with this?
no, I'm saying like compared to other creatures, we have such little abilities. Like the only abilities
Oh,
we have
yeah.
are our minds that are over the creatures. But other creatures
Yeah.
have night vision and they have gills and shit. They can
They've got
breathe
like
underwater. Like
8 sets of teeth.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we are. If it wasn't for if we had the brain power of your everyday, let's just say
Like Neanderthal
chimpanzee,
or that.
like
We'd be fucked.
How did we
destroyed.
evolve
10,
to
20?
actually
We got
survive? We got damn lucky.
got so
Evolution.
evolution, bitch.
I don't actually know how we made it out of the like Neanderthal
Evolution.
age.
You speak it.
But like,
Sorry.
do you, Do you speak it? But like you think back to Neanderthals, like okay, they didn't have that brain power, but how much of badasses were they? Go and kill mammoths and shit. Mammoths. We used to kill mammoths.
Carved stone to make weapons.
Yeah, with sticks and rocks.
We got to think about like the first one that kind of had that little bit, heightened sense of maybe we shouldn't do this.
Yeah,
they're getting killed. Yep, well, I'm not going to do that. There's an old
Far Side.
There's a Far Side cartoon of a herd of cows sitting in a pen like outside of a slaughterhouse, and it said something to the effect of, and Betsy was the only one that had a concerned look on her face, and she had like a giant brain. It's like, this is not good.
This is not a good idea.
Yeah.
None of my friends are coming out from that ride.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in this line. It's amazing to me. We used to be so badass as humans, and now we're mad about what bathroom we use.
Yeah.
Was it Lucy, like one of the ones that like the first stand up? You're gonna say like that's
chimp?
That's what they stood up in the grass
Neanderthal?
to kind of see. The chimpanzees.
Oh, the chimps.
Yeah. Then the Neanderthals technically.
I don't know how it's
a
split.
subset of the human.
Homo sapiens.
It's not actually a direct.
But didn't they breed with whatever was the other stem?
Yeah. There's like Homo habilis.
I don't know.
Homo sapien.
This is why we need what's his face on this show.
Because we're technically Homo sapiens sapiens.
Yeah.
We've evolved from the Homo sapien to the
Homo
sapien
squared.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next generation is gonna be Homo sapien
cubed.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 3 above.
Sapien,
the revenge of the
sapien.
sapien.
Yeah.
I do wonder if humans will evolve to have some other sort of power for expanding the brain.
Yeah. Attribute, I think.
Attribute. I also wonder if all the plastic surgery people are getting will eventually genetically something will alter the cells, and so you like, I don't know, something weird. Like the people in Hunger Games.
Look at athletes.
Society.
Look at Babe Ruth. Then look at Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the same.
Like if you look, there's old videos always on Instagram of like NBA point guards back in the day, and just like because it was new and they didn't really know what was going on, and then you look at like Russell Westbrook or something, and it's just amazing how far superior they are.
Even NASCAR drivers.
Athletes.
If you look at NASCAR drivers in the 70s, they're in the car smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Driving 400 miles.
Not just like smarts.
But that's part of evolution. It's like
I think it's
the
just
stronger tend to survive. So
yeah, it's just a different
nutrition,
world, I guess.
Workout ethics.
I've read theories that all of our fingers are going to fuse together except for our thumbs because of
we're going to have knife
cell
hands.
phones. Yeah.
We're going to be penguins.
No, like mitten hands.
With
We're going to have
thumbs.
mitten hands.
Little crab claws.
Kittens wear mittens.
Nice to meet you, Kim.
Kitten mittens.
I'm kitten mittens.
Couldn't flick anyone off anymore.
You suck.
Damn it! You'd have to do the friends.
Yeah.
So you would have to be like.
You just have to be crazy good at sign language stuff. But then you couldn't even do sign language.
You could do
need your
Wu-Tang Clan,
fingers.
though. You could still do the Wu-Tang Clan.
Do the Wu-Tang Clan. That'd be the most important part of it.
Look, I got knife hands, but Wu-Tang Clan ain't none to with.
You could do the U still.
That's crazy.
Whoops.
That's
the
crazy.
important things are still there.
The important thing.
Yeah. That
The U and the Woo.
The U and the Woo.
You could
essentials
still do
in
Ohio
life.
State. Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, yeah. I guess if you can still move your thumb, which you should be able to if you're typing.
Yeah.
But have you seen those theories?
We wouldn't be able to use keyboards
and
anymore.
You could
be massive keyboards for our flipper hands.
You could still do YMCA.
What? You use your whole arms.
I know, but have you seen the one where he does the...
I also, in that article, it said that we would be more hunchback. Like our necks would end up like not upright. They would be because people are on their phones so much.
I have seen the theory of like, you know how you hold your phone? It's like with your pinky underward.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you ever look at your pinky, it's like kind of bending.
Yeah, if you go
because
look.
because you're always like this. It's nuts. Yeah, your pinky's just gonna eventually be like like this. It's just gonna go like that.
They're gonna put
Technology's ruining everything.
a fire. What's the Apple charger in your pinky?
Oh yeah,
that's what we're gonna evolve into.
Yeah,
and then very nice. So maybe instead of mitten
will.
hands, you would have
charger hands.
You would just have hands like this.
Just
it's dog hands.
Just a pink stink hand.
What are we doing?
No,
thank you.
I got you. I got you.
That. I don't know. Evolution's scary.
Back to the Meg.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Lake Norman. Evolution. Lake Norman.
There's alligators and
not necessarily alligators, but there is
a big ass catfish.
They call it like Lake Nessie, Lake Norman.
Like
Lake
Normie?
Norman, Nessie.
Can we call him
Norm?
like
I think it's Normie. Lake
Normie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And they think it might be a giant catfish.
Oh, those
Ooh,
are so catfish are nasty anyway.
That's a deep lake.
That is
It's a lot deeper than people think.
You never know what's
And
down
the
there.
water
Big.
is not exactly
Clean.
pure, and so I feel like there's some
There's a little bit of mutation going on over there. Yeah. Have
Mhm.
you ever seen the like ponds or rivers in like Russia? You guys took a drink at the exact same time. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
In Russia, like fish are like growing two
Like
heads and stuff just
5
because it's
eyes.
radioactive.
You have
Ooh,
Chernobyl?
It's Chernobyl.
In Chernobyl.
Yeah. You ever seen the Chernobyl Diaries? Did you ever see that movie?
No.
You got to watch it.
Is it a joke or a scary?
No, it is a scary movie.
Scary
It's
movie.
one of them self-documented movies.
Oh,
and
like
they-
Kinda like the Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's about these folks who go to Chernobyl, and
That sounds
they're just a bunch of
terrifying.
mutated people still living there. They're doing experiments on. It's crazy.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's nuts.
Have you seen the documentary on the Netflix, I believe it is?
the flicks.
On the Flicks. Was it Dark Tourist?
That sounds terrifying. No.
Well, it's a guy that like goes to places. He went to
Hostels?
Fukushima, in Japan,
Mhm.
where
The atomic bomb.
it wasn't a bomb.
That was
a
Hiroshima.
Oh.
tsunami.
Yeah.
It was a tsunami that
I'm thinking of
hit the plant.
Hiroshima.
The plant then had a meltdown because of the
Yeah.
the wave. So they went there and like had their Geiger counters and they were checking it. Like it was spooky. But he goes to other places. They went down to Medellin, met with one of Pablo Escobar's assassins.
Ooh, Pablo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's just like weird shit like that. So
Mm.
it's a cool
He's gonna
documentary.
die doing that.
Have to-
Probably.
What's it called?
Dark Tourist.
Dark Forest.
Yeah.
Tourist.
I'll have to. Dark Man, no.
Dark.
I will put it on the list.
Yeah, I don't get Netflix in my house, but we'll work on that.
They hadn't made it out there yet. Like
No,
The flicks.
you're the last mile for Netflix. Like
I gotta call Spectrum and say you're garbage.
I got your Netflix cable out here. I'm gonna run it out to your house so
Yeah.
you can get the hookup.
Thank you. I need that. Just need someone to come over.
Yeah.
You just need your own like cell tower.
I know.
On
I
your
might
property.
just build like a couple cans and
String, cans and string.
and
Yeah.
like some dishes and aluminum.
But you don't have Netflix at your.
I don't have internet.
Oh,
therefore no
okay.
Netflix.
So it's
I've-
a bigger
You're
problem.
living in the Wild Wild West.
I do, but like it's 2018. We should be able to have internet anywhere. I have satellite internet at Spectrum, and one thing
Hey.
that pissed me off about Spectrum is they have all these amazing commercials.
Hopefully they're not sponsoring us. I'm just kidding.
I don't care. No, I don't have Spectrum. It's no Spectrum's actually really good. It's HughesNet.
What is that?
Hughes.
Howard Hughes.
Hughes.
Howard Hughes and his funky satellites.
Sorry, Hugh, but you
Huge
your
disappointment.
satellite internet is not very good, and they have all these commercials on TV that are like, "You want the fastest satellite internet?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's probably the fastest because it's the only goddamn satellite internet out
I
there."
feel like you're the only one getting those commercials because you subscribe to them, so they're being loaded.
I've seen
into your.
HughesNet.
No, I've
have
seen
you?
them. Like I see them more at the racetrack,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
on
okay.
race weekends, and
Target marketing.
maybe they got to move
Yeah,
the
'cause
satellite.
we
I
go
don't
to
know,
the
but-
places where their parts are dark.
Yeah. I went to school at the last mile. Like the internet ended at Western
Did it?
when I was there.
Hmm.
Like cell phone service, in order to get like, this is like 2002,
Oh,
you had to lean out the window.
They had cell phones in 2002.
Yeah, they were the little Nokia. You remember the Nokia brick phones?
Oh right,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
oh,
yeah.
with Snake.
Yeah, you could play Snake.
Yeah, Pay Snake, the Nokia.
Oh, I believe you. I took a New Year's Eve trip to Western Carolina where my sister and her friends had like rented a cabin,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like foggy, and I was driving in the dark, and my cell phone was not working, and it was straight out of a horror movie.
So driving back from Western one night, I even think I was on like I-40.
I thought you were going to say, I think I was even on drugs.
No.
Were
I
you?
was on a lot of
I thought
drugs
that's
at the
what he was
time.
gonna
No, I was actually on I-40, but I was right there in McDowell County. Cell service.
Michael McDowell County?
Yeah.
House County.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
McDriver County?
Yeah. When there's no cell signal there, and I swear it was a foggy night. It was dark, and there was somebody sitting on
Nope.
the guardrail at like 2 a.m.
Mm-mm.
Oh wow.
I was like, nope, I'm gonna hammer down. But I looked at
Zero.
my phone, no service.
Oh.
That's what mine said.
Yeah,
Just that's like the opening scene of a horror flick.
Yep.
That's how you disappear.
I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
was like-
well, yeah,
I will take this ticket as I hammer down.
officer. It was a man.
Oh, I
Swear
would
to
not.
God.
Stop. If a cop pulled me over in those conditions where it's like there's nowhere to stop, nothing lit, I would not pull over. You would be chasing me to the next town.
I'm going on a high speed chase to a gas station.
They say you can't get in trouble if you're being pulled over in an area where it's not well lit and
Yeah.
there's no people, civilization. Like you're allowed to drive until you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
At least that's what I was told.
Just pull over when you
Yeah.
feel safe.
You feel
and
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I only had one weird, terrifying experience when I was driving before. It was like I was driving back from a race in Gresham in Georgia, and it's like 3 or 4 hours back home,
Mhm.
and it's super late, and I was wanting to make it, not stop, and I had to go to the bathroom really bad, so I just stopped on the side of the highway, got out, went to the bathroom, and like I was kind of already sketched out. It was like 3 a.m.
That's terrifying. I would have gone in my car. You didn't have like a bottle to go in?
I'm not going to risk that.
Cut a hole in the floorboard.
And ooh, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Your aim has to be really
I'm
good.
going to come back
Practice.
to you thinking you could go in the car, because the operations of that have to be way more complicated than me going in the car.
Oh, for a girl?
Yeah.
I would probably stop the car to go, but I wouldn't
Oh.
get out
Oh, well,
and get murdered.
no, it was on the side of the highway, and it's like there was like a handful of cars, but it was like by this field. I'm not making this up. Like I'm stopped on the highway all the way to the right, and there's like this uphill embankment of maybe like 10, 15 feet, and then it flattened out to just a big field, and I couldn't really see in the field, but I could see a little bit of light in the distance, and like, so I don't know if it was a farm or something, but there was a little bit of light, and I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like halfway through, and for some reason I'm kind of sketched out. I don't know why, but I had to go so bad, so I'm trying to get done going to the bathroom, and like I feel this like stomping on the ground.
Nope.
It was like, and like 4 or 5 like big stomps, and I ran back to my car, dribbling. Like,
Didn't even zip up. Just
dude, it was weird.
Yeah.
Like, and there was no really other cars around me,
That's awful.
and it was super strange. Like, that was the only time I've ever really felt sketched out that I had to get gone fast.
I've got a we were at I went to a reenactment a couple weekends ago. It was last weekend, and we were at Chickamauga Battlefield, and we were camping at one of like the biggest, like a lot of people died where we camped, and then it was a field hospital for like days after the battle. So like we're camping around dead people, like where I was laying, like somebody probably died.
Right.
But like in the middle of the night, I got freaked out. It was probably nothing, but like there was at the top of the hill, there's one of the little kiosk things where if you press the button, it was like, in 1863, came across the field. It was one of those. It came on. And like then went again, and then went again. And it was like there were no lights like up there. It wasn't like somebody was up on the hill. And then in the distance, like there was this sound of like an old train whistle.
Oh.
Turns out there is like an actual steam locomotive that goes in the area.
Right.
So there was that train sound, but it just it was in that moment at like 4 or 5, like 3, 4 or 5 in the morning. I wasn't sure. I didn't have a watch on.
Yeah.
You know,
there was no watches back in the
So
day.
watches,
They did
but
have
there's,
watches.
there's kiosks where you can click and record. Yeah,
that's not a battlefield that is in the modern times, Kimberly.
Time travel.
It is not. We were doing an interpretive dance and demonstration. It was not a 100% historically accurate situation.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty.
Yes, it was just that moment of.
Yeah, it's crazy how scared you can get at like the 3 to 5 in the morning mark.
When
like, as you never are up for that time, and it's always
and
like
you're like foggy because you're like not completely out of your sleepiness yet.
So I read somewhere, and it's probably bullshit, but I read somewhere, it always stuck with me, that when you wake up around that time between the 3 and the 4 a.m. mark, it's because that someone was watching you, and
like a ghost, like a ghost.
Yeah, a ghost or an actual something. Are you goosebumping?
Goosebumping.
Yeah, that's what I read. That's the reason.
I don't appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, so next time you wake up at 3 or 4,
I did this morning. I heard. Well, I don't know if I heard it in my dreams or it was real, like a bang, bang, bang on my door. And then I looked, there was nobody. I peeked out my bedroom window.
Yeah.
I peeked, and then I went over to my bedroom and I made sure the door was locked and got back in bed.
Yeah, there's scary stuff that goes on, or maybe your mind just thinks.
Yeah,
I think it's more of that. I don't think actual bad things go on.
I did think that other night that like I looked down into the woods. And I was like, there's probably somebody staring at me in the woods,
like
right
a clown, like a scary clown.
Is
that still a thing? Are the clowns still?
I don't know.
I think clowns are still.
Clowns are
terrorizing
still a thing.
The woods.
No, there are still clowns.
Or are they still terrorizing the woods?
Probably.
I remember we were talking about that last year. That was like that was a dangerous situation.
We talked about it a little bit too with the
donuts.
with the donut. Yeah.
Is that what you're going to talk
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. But I was also gonna
transition.
I was trying to the train thing actually happened, but I did want to like transition us to. I got a text that said you missed the perfect poop train transition.
Say that 10 times fast.
Poop train transition. Poop train transition. Poop train
It gets a little
transmission.
Transmission.
Premonition.
The poop train. But yeah, the poop train.
Yeah.
Did we talk about it around the
We've
time we
talked-
went to Alabama?
To
Talladega?
Maybe. We've talked a lot
I don't
about
think
poop.
so.
Because it happened around then.
I don't remember the
Maybe.
words poop
Poop
and
train?
train being in the same sentence.
Poop train transition.
Poop.
That was worse
That was
than some
pretty
of
good.
mine.
No, I think
like
that
it,
was
though.
pretty good. I was actually a fan. That one goes in the positive category
Yeah.
of sayings.
Puns.
Like what would that train whistle sound like?
Poop, poop.
Exactly.
Would it be a
like that.
poop poop or would it be a
Just an old Civic.
yeah?
Sounding.
Trains have their like each engineer and conductor has their own like call with the horn.
Oh right.
Like that
right.
they make it like
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's not how they sound.
That's how,
That's more
if
of
a
trumpet.
train came at me doing that, I would think it's a joke.
Sounded like a,
I'm not gonna stop.
sounded like a kazoo.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, it's like Morse code.
Yeah.
With train whistles.
Yeah. Like-
But yeah, there's a fecal train in Alabama that apparently runs.
Matter. Runs. It runs.
It's got the runs.
It runs.
Tell us the story if we haven't talked about it.
Well, basically, there was a town in Alabama where a poop train from New York City, it was a stinking train load of human waste from New York City, was stranded in a tiny Alabama?
Alabama?
Yeah, Alabama town. And basically, it sat there. It was in Parrish, Alabama, population 982.
Mm.
And there's a landfill near there, and basically, it was getting taken to.
Okay.
But it stayed there, and the stench
Stunk up
is
the
like,
town.
oh, the smell.
Ugh.
Where was the poop from?
New York City.
So it
New York City.
I know it was from New York, but
New York shitty.
why?
so
Why was it being collected? Like I heard the part about New York City, but where in New York City? Why was it being on a train? Are they using it for?
I think they were using it for experimental research.
There's basically oh man, it was bound for the Big Sky landfill about 20 miles of Parrish.
That's a long way.
So I mean, when you take the human waste, right? Like you flush it, it goes to the sewage treatment plant, it gets treated.
Does it?
How do you treat it?
How do you? Yeah.
They filter the water. Like,
Oh shit. No pun intended.
did you ever
drinking.
take a trip to like the sewage treatment plant? Like, what do
Why?
what do you think happens to poop when it just magically disappears?
That just goes in the ocean.
Like,
don't
you
know.
flush it down the toilet, it's gone.
We
We don't have to worry about this ever again.
All drains lead to the ocean.
Yeah.
You ever watch Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
It did.
Every one of them. I thought that's what I thought it did. I thought it went to the ocean.
I guess maybe I thought it was treated, but not that the water was reused. I don't know
Well,
where
then
I
we'd
thought
just be out of
maybe
water.
just evaporate the water.
into the sky. So that's
Into
I
the
mean, there
sky,
is-
so that's
so it can
raining.
poop rain.
There is a bit like a lot of the reservoirs like that happens like when the water goes out into those big giant tanks and reservoirs.
Right.
That does happen.
Mm.
You have the evaporation into the clouds
That
and
must
poop
have been
rain.
smelly. You would think though,
So
if
that
they're-
why
That's
the ozone
chocolate
layer,
rain right
that's
there.
why the
That is
ozone
chocolate rain.
That's a
the
good
ozone
one
layer
right
is evaporating.
there. Chocolate rain. So that's
But
why
I guess
the ozone layers.
If I thought
evaporate.
if it was treated, I would think it would not smell anymore.
Still a steaming pile of shit.
Steaming pile of cow dung.
Poop in water though doesn't smell like poop in the open air.
But it has been separated from the water.
So it's back in open
It's
air.
solid
Back in
waste.
the open
So
air.
what did they? It's in this container.
Yeah.
Being pulled by a train. I was thinking
poop
about this
train,
for a
yeah.
while. A poopomotive, like a locomotive. Poopomotive. And so do they just like scoop it into these containers? I'm
They
guessing
scoop the
there's
poop?
they scoopa for humans, and I'm guessing there's
We need to do an episode of Dirty Jobs.
I would love to do that. Actually, that still is one of my favorite shows.
Oh,
on
I thought you were going to say
Discovery
like your dream jobs.
Channel. No, I bet it's pretty cool.
I mean, waste and
Pretty cool.
recycling industry generates more than $93 billion in gross revenue
Yeah, because
annually.
everybody
Yeah.
poops
Right.
every day.
I need to everybody the poop.
And the thing about like New York, like why they have to ship some of their stuff out is
You say shit or you say ship?
ship.
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 Ship the shit?
Ship.
Are they
Ship
shipping the-
anonymous.
Are they shipping the shit?
But think about a landfill, right? Landfills run out of space. So you
Right.
got to
That's
find more
why
space.
we are ejecting our poop into the atmosphere.
Is that what
Send
Tesla's
it to
doing?
space.
That's what.
Maybe that's what Tesla's doing.
That's what Elon's doing.
Yeah, we're just firing shit missiles up into space.
Put the
All
poop
right.
in
Yeah.
the space.
That's
not-
Space Force.
We're not going to send people to Mars anymore. We're just going to send space shuttles worth of poop.
Astronauts.
Yeah, poop astronauts. Poop astronauts.
That can't be good for this.
Gastronauts.
Astronauts.
Ooh.
But- Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
We're probably being told to move on.
No, we're being told to say that we've said train a lot, poop train.
Train.
And guess what train is?
It's the word of the week.
the word of the week.
Pew, 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 pew. Brought to you by Ford Championship Weekend. Win a trip to Miami to Ford Championship Weekend. Listen to this week's championship word of the weekend getaway word of the week. Listen to this week's championship getaway word of the week. Then go to homesteadmiamispeedway.com/glass case to enter.
Isn't it actually brought to you by Homestead Miami Speedway?
Sure.
You could take a train to Miami if you win. You're not afraid of flying?
Trains are actually expensive. I've looked into taking trains places just for fun.
They're
It's
fun.
just as damn expensive as a plane ticket
And slightly more confusing if you'd have to change tracks.
and longer.
Yeah.
But if you're afraid of flying, I guess
Yeah.
you would want to take the train.
yeah.
Planes, trains,
Soul,
automobiles. Yeah.
soul,
Planes,
soul train.
trains, and automobiles.
Soul Plane. That was like one of the best movies ever.
Did you ever watch Soul Train? Like back in the day?
There was an actual movie?
No, it's a show.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I was just saying
Soul
it'd be
Train.
funny if they made a sequel to Soul Plane.
Soul Train.
Soul.
Singing the
Yeah.
music
When-
of a show I've never seen before is not helping me.
When I worked overnights at NBC, that was on at like 3 in the morning. and
Okay.
Mm.
So I watched
Is it
a lot
scary
of.
show?
Huh?
Is it a scary show?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's like funk and disco and people
And
dancing.
dancing.
Oh, so it's
that-
like it's
So
like,
it's like
it's
what's the
it was
other?
a prequel to Soul Plane.
Yeah. Well, I think they took some of the concepts from. I haven't seen Soul Plane,
It's
so I
like
can't really.
You've never
American.
seen Soul
It's like
Plane?
No.
it's like the soul version of American Bandstand.
Right.
Right.
Ah, okay.
Right.
I haven't seen that one either.
Right.
So
Don Cornelius, man.
Mm.
He had a giant afro.
They
It
don't
was
do music
glorious.
like they used
Don
to.
Cornelius.
Well,
What?
went to trivia the other night.
Mhm.
I think it was because Pride was in town this week.
I know. I was sad
Yeah.
I missed it.
But it was like best disco songs. It was like the music bingo for trivia.
That's a hard
Yeah.
one.
Where did you go?
Disco
to trivia?
was a
It was at the
difficult
Pizza
era.
Peel.
Pizza Peel.
Yeah.
I want some pizza. I'm so hungry.
It's music bingo, not trivia, which
Ah,
that's
okay.
the new trend.
Ooh, I like that.
It was like a bingo.
Bingo
It's-
is less skillful. You have to have less skills. You have
Well,
to have luck.
The thing with trivia nights, like, you see they do trivia nights a lot at bars or pubs or
Mhm.
something, and people just use their phone. They don't like actually play the
Yeah.
game of trivia.
No,
They just
some are really strict though.
pick their phone up. Yeah. But the bingo stuff is cool.
Yeah.
I've been to
Mhm.
music bingo. Pretty fun.
They just play like 30 seconds of a song.
And if you have it, you
You mark it down.
mark it. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I actually won the weekend of my birthday at Legion. They had
The trivia.
bingo, the music bingo,
Oh, the music.
and we won the overall.
Won the overall.
The pot.
Yeah, it was 7 free like beer coupons. Coupons.
Got
pretty
7
good.
beers.
7 beers.
Win a bingo.
And win a bingo. Win a bingo.
Can I have your most hoppiest beer, please?
Ugh.
I don't have.
Want it to hop around the table.
I won't. Well, actually,
Mm.
I brought my own hops. I'm just going to crush them up and put them in the beer.
do you have any water? I'm just gonna kind of.
Do you have fire?
I'm not texting to be rude. This is actually a good transition. Joey's asking me when I'm going over the edge.
during this podcast
Yeah.
as we talk about hops and poop
And trains.
yeah,
the
and
And,
cucklefucks
Cucklefuck.
at 10:45.
45.
Cucklefuck.
Man, there was something I had on my mind, but come on now.
Was it about hops,
No.
kangaroos?
It was a
Hip-hop-
while back.
Hip-hop Anonymous?
Hip-
Hip-hop.
I mean,
It was a while
let's
back.
trace it back.
No,
Let's go deep back into the recesses of your mind. What we were talking about.
Wait, I had mentioned over the edge.
Talk softer.
Was it poop? Were we discussing poop?
It was when we were talking about dreams and scary stuff, but I forgot about it.
Kim peeing in
We're
a car.
way past that anyway. But
The shiwi.
The
Shiwi?
shiwi? What is that?
Someone sent us a link.
No,
I
it's
know.
like a thing that you can
I
like.
was trying to play dumb
like a
so that
funnel.
you could
Yeah.
We should just have
set me up with it.
a catheter.
We're having a cath party. Woo!
Doesn't that hurt? Have you had a catheter
I've
installed?
never tried it.
I can't imagine that feels good.
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, it is a tube going up your urethra.
Fertility time bomb found in drinking water. What are you reading?
Ew.
What does that even mean?
What's a fertility
It kills all the
time bomb?
sperm and egg?
I don't know. It was a link that was sent to me, and I was pulling it
Oh,
up.
it looks like
Fertility time bomb.
it looks like there's like hormones in the waters.
The fertility of a generation of men is being put at risk by a hormone found in pill that is getting into the drinking water. Scientists fear.
Oh, it's from treated sewage.
Yeah.
So that water that they're trying to make pure ain't pure, is what I'm understanding it as.
I'm getting
So
that too. Yeah.
Good luck having juniors.
Well, yeah, thank you for that.
I feel like there's a lot of things though that probably are
Yeah,
threatening your
it's weird.
ability to have the children.
Right. What are you suggesting?
Like if you sit with your laptop on your lap and you
Just
tippity
burning
type,
them off.
just burning them all.
Just-
Also the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi.
I think the
I like to
Wi-Fi's
call
bad?
it. I like to call it Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi?
I think it's probably
Really?
there's some airwave things.
Radiation.
Yeah,
all the
something's
time.
happening.
Probably Mountain Dew. I heard's bad. Heard that as a kid.
Yeah,
Actually-
maybe when you strap in
Yellow number
that, like,
5.
8-point
Yeah.
thing,
Number
that
5. Yeah.
Get your balls all twisted. That's probably not good either.
Thank you. I'm not going to be wearing a crotch belt for that one. But yeah, I did hear that. Back in the day, I used to drink that soda a lot, and actually, the kid that told me it, he was like, "Oh, it makes your pee-pee smaller." I said, "Whoa!"
What?
So I was like, I stopped drinking it,
You were like, throw that away.
but it's actually it does kill your
The sperm.
the
Fertility count.
fertility count.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
Swimmers. Maybe you
Speak-
just make them swim slowly.
Speaking of swimmers,
They can't make it.
I just read into this article some,
Yeah.
and it's from the Daily Mail, UK. And I just read this one line. It said, "The discovery that half of the male fish in Britain's rivers are changing sex, and that the
That's like
hormone
a
responsible
Jurassic
may be
Park.
getting into drinking water, is just the latest example of how nature can give us a nasty surprise."
This is
Wow.
exactly like Jurassic Park. Remember when they took the amphibious frog
Yeah.
DNA and they had the ability to switch from male to female in certain extreme conditions of the environment?
Yeah.
They're evolving. They're evolving more rapidly than what we are.
No.
I'm scared now.
Skyrim. Skynet, not Sky. Skyrim's a video game.
Skyrim. Skynet.
Uh,
Hormones.
I saw a video of this walking. I always talk about robots, and did you see that?
Yes.
It's like Homo erectus standing up, walking.
Is it on the
normal.
bar stool?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're coming.
Have we
What?
learned nothing?
It's like from Black Mirror.
Yeah, it's,
Have you learned nothing
it's absolutely
from Black
insane.
Mirror?
But back to the purification of the treated
Of the
sewage
urine
and stuff.
and sewage?
They got this stuff now to where, it's like a test tube or something that filtrates, like, let's say just river water where you can drink it and it's supposed to be purified.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they've been working on, like, you can drink urine as well.
I would not trust that.
And I'd like to be the guy who tested that out.
Maybe.
I would not like to be the guy who tested that out. Like, all right, here, Bob, we think we got it good now.
Yikes.
Here's my urine sample.
I would want a complete composite of what the person's urine that's providing it, what they have ingested in their body.
I don't really care what they've ingested. I don't want to drink.
You can't piss in a Mr. Coffee and get Taster's Choice.
We drink piss. We drink it cold.
You seen Waterworld?
No.
It's been a long ass
He pees
time.
into like a
Kevin Costner.
Mr. Coffee and filters his pee
Water.
because he's got gills.
Mr.
That would be-
Coffee.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Have I seen that before?
Waterworld?
You need to if you,
You
haven't.
probably have. It's from the 90s, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's
I
Kevin
would guess
Costner's
like
worst
94.
film. Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah.
94, I'm going to
Mr.
guess.
1994. I don't know. I know it was the same year.
That's what?
The thing Mr. Coffee I'm thinking of. You ever seen Spaceballs?
Yeah.
He's like, what's that monitor? This here? It's Mr. Coffee.
Was I close?
Just trickling. He thinks it's a radar.
1995.
I was 1 year off.
Yeah. Speaking of spotty coverage and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
That's fast.
So I saw that you were on the morning drive this morning,
I was, yeah.
Oh.
and you made a mention that you're going to be spotting
I will. I
this
will be.
weekend for Austin Center.
I am, yeah. I'm flying up to Road America Saturday. Me and Chase are, and he's spotting for Bill,
That's so great.
and I'm going to spot for Austin because I was like, I want to
Want
do
to do
something.
I'm jealous.
Can we use some of that to open the show next week?
Some of your spotter material.
Maybe if it's
Like give a good pep talk
yeah.
at the beginning.
All right, man. Don't
Oh,
suck.
do something great.
Yeah.
I have to think of it. I'll write it down.
Talk about kitten mittens.
talk
Getting
about it
in
in
it.
here.
Use your knife hand and crab hands to like.
How are people going to spot? They're going to like,
Yeah,
I guess they got the buttons on
Yeah.
their hands now,
Mhm.
but it's weird.
it is weird.
But-
And then
I'm jealous. I wanted to go to Road America instead of Canadian Tire.
I like Road America. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
It's the same
It's
weekend.
Canada Tire.
Yeah,
First race of their playoffs.
I know. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's nuts. That's the first year they've had that playoffs.
I know. I looked because I was looking at the schedule, like what storylines we were talking about. I'm like, holy crap! That's their playoffs are starting.
playoffs.
Talking about playoffs.
I mean,
We're
our
talking about-
playoffs, meaning the Cup race, aren't far off. I say our like
You're
like, I'm
running.
in it.
Hey, congratulations though.
Hey,
Locked
thanks.
in,
Oh, yeah,
guy.
you locked
yeah,
in.
Yeah.
locked in.
Yeah,
That's
we
pretty
locked in.
big.
That's pretty
Made
cool.
it to the end of the show and we talked about racing. What now?
We talked about racing for all
What?
the fans who give us junk about racing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got locked in with a couple races left, so that's kind of nice that you're
Yeah.
in and that deal.
You
But,
can have a lot of fun at Darlington now for Throwback Weekend.
Yeah. I mean, you still want to get as much. You still want to be in top 10 in points because it's bonus points.
Mhm.
So you can't. And
You
it's
can't just
it's-
like slack off.
yeah,
Not
it's-
that you would, but
and it's really close right now between like me, Brad, and Larson are like.
Mhm.
I think we're 9th, 10th, 11th, or 10th, 11th, 12th. Like
Oh.
we're
yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really
you only
close.
get. I think you just said it. You only get points if you're top 10.
Yeah, and
For
regular season
bonus
points.
points, yeah.
We're going into playoffs.
Kim, you can also be happy because you are top 10 as well. In
Dun, dun,
another,
dun.
it's not necessarily playoffs. In Over the Edge, Kim's moved up
I
to
would like
number 8.
I would like to say
Nice.
collectively, like Last Case has.
Right. But your,
I'm the one
your
going
name,
over. Yeah, I'm the one going over the edge, but
your
it's a team effort.
You still, individually, you are behind Bubba Wallace, but as a team, Last Case of Emotion has raised more than Team Bubba Wallace.
Nice.
Okay.
We've raised $2,152 as of Tuesday morning, August 21st at 10:52 in the a.m.
Oh wow.
We want to beat Bubba, but
So
I think
right
that
now.
we want as
Yeah.
a team to beat Bubba.
So we've made more money since you've printed out this sheet.
I think so.
Probably, yeah.
We only had $2,072.
We did. We've
when
made.
the sheet was printed out.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have time to go through the donations. We did want to give shout outs. Do we need to wait until next week? I feel like we
don't-
need to start because so many people
We can
have.
start. Griffin Elder gave money to you, Kim, and said, beg and plead for Paul Menard to appear on the show. Hashtag get hard for Menard.
What is this hashtag?
It's Paul Menard's birthday today, by the way.
Hashtag
Is it Paul?
get
I
hard
saw
for
it on
Menard.
Instagram.
Happy
Get hard
birthday,
for
Paul Menard.
That's interesting.
Happy birthday.
We need to get Paul on the
You
show.
can't actually
Yeah.
sing happy birthday. It's copyrighted.
Actually, you can now.
You can now. Because
It is-
that used to be why restaurants
yeah.
would have their own little birthday.
Happy birthday
Jake.
from da, 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 da.
Mhm.
Happy birthday from all of us to you.
Hey.
Or did you ever eat I think it was Roadhouse where it was like fried chicken,
House.
country ham, it's your birthday hot damn.
No.
I used to. You ever go to them? You see a lot of birthdays at the
I don't think Paul would answer this call.
Japanese places. He might.
We got
We
to.
should
Were they
call him
cooking in
and
front of
sing,
you?
We should
sing,
call him and
call
sing happy birthday to Paul
to
Menard.
him.
Happy birthday. And, we
Glass
should call him on-
Glass case of motion to you.
We should call him from one of y'all's phones so he doesn't know the number.
Call him from this number and it would be piped in, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
We'll have to get him on the show maybe.
Maybe. But it's his birthday.
We also.
He probably wouldn't want to be.
Do you want to read this one, Kim?
You can.
It's from Joseph Dinowitz.
Oh,
He donated and he said, "Can't wait. I'll bring the scissors."
Gonna cut my bungee cord.
oh. Wait, your
My boyfriend. No, but like the cord you're on, there's like cording. I don't think it's a
It's
bungee,
not
but
bungee, yeah, but it's a. I would hope it's a little bit something stronger than a bungee cord.
I said he should probably have said shears. I don't know that you can cut through the cord with just scissors.
Lasers,
Cuts with lasers.
sharks with
Nathan donated. He also said, "Don't forget Dale Sr. was in basketball."
He
When we
was.
talked about
He was.
basketball
He
last
was.
week.
Yeah, I just watched that movie this weekend, and
Shout
I
out to
forgot he was in it.
Hooters.
Hooters,
They gave
yeah.
$275.
nice.
Maybe
Thank you,
I
Hooters.
should I know, thank you, Hooters. Maybe
Yeah.
I should say whatever track or sponsor donates the most, I'll wear their shirt
Speaking
when
of,
I
There you go.
plunge. You know what? Dover has I saw where Dover
Yeah.
because every time somebody donates, I get a email saying so and so donated. They've donated. Pocono has yet to make their donation.
says they did Dover, alligator face,
Mm-hmm.
greater than Pocono.
Daryl
Good luck,
Lott's here.
Daryl.
Oh.
Daryl. Hi,
Daryl
Daryl.
Lott. I told Daryl he could be on the show
Oh, he should.
when we filmed at NASCAR the other week, so we need
Yeah.
to have him on sometime.
I will say I was saying Dover made their donation first, but maybe Pocono, this is their strategy. They wanted Dover to go first to know how much they have to one up them by.
Oh, okay.
What if they just keep donating? It's like the price is
$1,
right,
Bob.
right?
It's like a bidding.
So they're
war.
going to donate like 101 or whatever
But
is $1 more.
This shouldn't be a bidding war because it's for the kids.
For the kids.
It's for the NASCAR Foundation and the Friends of the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
We do want to beat Bubba, though.
Yeah, we do. He's at 2,000. He has not moved.
He's really close. Okay.
He is at $2,000.
He probably just put 2,000 in right away and was like, I'm done.
Yeah. And
boom.
We tweeted it out last week and like in the span of
Oh my gosh, it was a day we had met, which
Yeah.
means because we met the $1,000 like threshold, it means I do get to go over the wall because I guess I didn't know you had to get $1,000 to go over the wall. But then because we met some other thing, the first like 3 or 4 people to meet some other threshold get to wear GoPros.
So,
Nice.
question. Team Glass Case of Emotion has raised over $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Kuhn has, under your name of the team members, there's 2 team members, 1,712.
Me and the pod guy.
Yeah, the
Clark.
podfather, Tim Clark, has raised $440. So does that mean he doesn't get to go over the wall,
I
or
don't
because
know.
the team has raised?
I'm a little confused on the logistics.
Yeah.
Hopefully that means we both get to go because
sure
I'm
he
not
gets-
going to let him
I'm sure he gets to go. He's
get out of that.
He's
the podfather.
the podfather,
The pod.
and he's done well. I think he's starting to actually get out there and promote his donate
Right.
to me.
Well, he's
Because if he meets his
slowly but
goal,
surely. Yeah.
then that means that's even more money.
Just
going.
more money in the pot, bro.
Hand over fist.
Hand over
We're
fist.
bringing
And that's
in
what
the
I'm going to
money.
do. I'm actually going to be doing fist over hand because I'm going down. So is it the opposite?
No, you have to go down face first.
You got to do the what is it? They like where they walk down and they're like staring down at the.
Oh yeah, some
Yeah.
Mission Impossible stuff.
Yeah.
Dun-
doot.
What's the? I can't think
Yep.
of the song.
No, I almost did.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Whoops.
we are getting blown
Spider-Man.
up in here.
You should Spider-Man it, or you should do the old Batman walk when him and Robin walked up the ledge. You ever see that?
I feel like I have.
With Adam West, but they just made the camera look
Yeah.
like they were going up, but literally they were just walking,
Yeah.
on a rope. Yeah, it's pretty funny. You should do that.
Yeah.
But downwards. You should actually.
Maybe
go
I should wear in
back.
a Batman suit.
You should.
You
should.
Or Spider-Man.
Spider.
Any of yours.
Wonder Woman.
Superheroes.
Catman.
We're not DC or
Aquaman. Marvel. We don't.
We don't
Discriminate.
discriminate.
We like 'em
against
all.
DC or Marvel. But oh my god, exciting! Talking about superheroes.
Stop the presses.
Stop the podcast right now.
Where's my breaking news?
Oh yeah. Or you're pew
No.
pew pew.
Oh, waiting.
I don't have it. I can't find it. I
You're
don't know where it
ruining
is.
the momentum.
Yeah, I don't have it.
You
Go.
You should
It's
just
going
click one and see
yeah.
what it is.
That's still that. That's playing. I'm going to click one.
America,
Okay, that's pretty good.
1776. We are the champs.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But especially since you guys haven't seen it, Deadpool 2 comes out on Blu-ray today.
I seen it.
I saw it.
Oh, I thought you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
But comes out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm excited to purchase it. I'll probably be watching that this evening.
I wish they would put like a golden ticket in it. I think that's something Deadpool would do.
I got a
and you win
golden
something.
ticket. Yeah, you just wear.
I
You
don't
win
know.
nothing.
Maybe you win a date with Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh, I would enjoy that.
Me too.
Big Ryan Reynolds fan.
Yeah.
I
Would
think
you
he's
stare
amazing.
longingly into his eyes?
Always.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it
Is there
after
gonna be a
I go
3?
on a. I'm
Oh.
sure after I go on a date. I have a date with your boyfriend tonight.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
At least he's taking somebody out. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
You going motorcycle riding
No, we're not.
Oh,
We're-
really?
We're going
for the cigars and the
We're going to JR
cigars?
Lounge. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Like
So-
JR, like the big superstore?
no,
no.
like from Dynasty.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, not like
what
the.
was show was JR
It's
on?
it's called Monte Cristo
Oh.
Dallas.
Cigar Lounge.
Yeah.
In Mooresville,
Okay.
Moresville. It's a
Let's
pretty
see.
great spot. They just got their liquor license, so it's a pretty big deal.
It's going to get turned up.
Pretty big deal.
Have
So-
you ever been to JR's though in Salisbury?
the big one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's
that
pretty,
blue and white with
pretty cool.
the outlet, and they got the cigars in there.
A lot of stuff in
Yeah.
there.
Maybe they're related.
They might be.
Maybe it's like
maybe the smaller
the cigars
is
that
like-
don't sell at the highfalutin tootin' bar. Because don't you guys
Right.
have a locker or something you share? Or
We
something
used to have a
really-
locker, and
Oh,
our-
you don't anymore.
No, we just didn't use it enough. Our locker name was Stroker Ace. So.
Well, you know what?
You guys were behind on payments.
yeah. We got evicted from our locker.
And we're getting evicted from this podcast.
Yeah,
well, not
this-
evicted.
This is our last show. Thank you guys for listening.
We got a
We'll be
notice
back.
on the door that we have 30 days to get out.
Okay, so we still got a few more left. We're gonna use it up. Let's
No.
trash this place.
We're not going anywhere. We're just leaving you today. But you can
Yeah.
go on YouTube and watch us
Like, rate, review.
in iTunes.
And donate to Over the
Oh yeah,
Edge.
over the edge. We have to beat Bubba.
Either us or Kim or whoever.
Yeah.
We'll take anything.
Go to charlotteovertheedge.org/glasscase. Donate. I'm not going to read the whole one because that's to the team one. That's /teams/donate team.cfm ? Team ID
Oh my
equals sign
Are you really gonna-
2363D0E8.
You're eating up all of our fun time.
People are going to try to type that in,
Yeah.
and you're going to stop before it's over, and then be like, this goes nowhere. What the hell?
It says 404 URL not found. Oh no. Chuck led me astray.
We had so many things we didn't talk about.
We didn't talk about a lot of stuff, but it was
I
a
want
good
to talk about
show.
that fat cat. Remind us next week to talk about the fat cat.
Yeah.
Fat cat in a parliament of owls.
That was actually a trivia question at a bar trivia that I got correctly. I only know that because I used to be a fan of Harry Potter. Still am a fan.
I thought there was only one owl in Harry Potter.
No, there's lots.
Oh,
That's how they get their mail.
sorry. Well, I thought it was one in mail that went to everyone else but the mail. Tired little